thoughts about your last chance to take on Michigan State?
I'm excited. They've gotten the better hand, for me at least, since I've been here. We've lost around 3 of the 4 games. So, it's exciting to get another opportunity to play these guys and get some revenge for past years.
How much does the game 2 years ago still stick with you?
It sticks a lot, especially just being there and, just experiencing a lot of that post-game sadness and just seeing, all the players run on the field and just like celebrating a long time after, we were done. So, it hurts and it sticks.
Where were you on that play?
I was kind of in like the back, like towards our side of the end zone. Was kind of sure that the game was over at that point, but it wasn't.
Mo, what's the biggest difference in this type of game compared to other games in the Big Ten?
Both the teams just come out and try to play as hard as possible, and when you're battling an in-state team, everything really matters about this win because the recruits care about it and the people in the state care about it a lot, and you hear about it for the entire year. And it's something that, brings out the best in people just because a lot of these guys know each other and a lot of them are from, the same areas or from similar background.
What did you know about this rivalry before you got here, and how's that changed?
I didn't really know much about it, and, I found out while playing and just, hearing about it from a lot of my teammates, just like this is going to be a tough game, everyone's going to be playing through the whistle, and it was exactly that, and it's the same thing every year, whether we're having a down year, they're having a down year, we're both having up years. It's always going to be a tough fought game.
Mo, describe Coach Madison's approach with all of you guys when you're in the defensive line run.
For just in general.
Yeah, just his approach with you guys.
I think his approach with us is just to be the best unit possible, and he brings up a lot of times people in the past that he's coached, and we talk a lot about some of the players that were on our team last year and 2 years ago, and just talk about some of the legacy that they left and trying to leave our own legacy and leave our own mark on Michigan football as a D-line.
Has Chase's performance surprised you at all, or did you see this coming from him?
No, I actually saw this coming from him. I really thought Chase was going to have, a phenomenal year. You can kind of see it in spring ball start to develop. He started to gain a lot more confidence, playing on the outside. And, you saw a lot of flashes from him last year. When he got his opportunity, he always made the most of it. And normally that's always the person that, breaks out once they're a starter. And, the same thing with Dev Bush. He had a really great year on special teams last year, and, he's having a really great year this year. So.
A lot of the guys have acknowledged that Chase may be wired a little differently. Do you see that?
No, he's normal.
What's normal?
That's a question. I don't know.
You've got a new starting quarterback for this weekend in John O'Horn. What does your team need to do to help John? What does John need to do to help himself to be successful?
John is prepared to play. He's always been prepared to play since, week 1. Coach Harbaugh believes in 2 quarterbacks, and, just having Wilt and John both together, they've, proved to us that either of them could step in and play at any moment. So, I feel like we all just believe in John or Wilden. So I think it just means that, we have 2 quarterbacks that are really capable of playing and winning games for us.
Reflect on McCray's career where, he was injured mostly early on, but he's really come on and been a solid player. Just how have you seen that from your viewpoint?
I've seen Mike, we came in together, and I knew Mike was, a really great player, and he comes from a history of football players. Dad was a captain at Ohio State, and, he's just really instinctive and someone who plays really hard and plays well. Injuries obviously held him out for a little bit of his career, but, he's always had a lot of talent and has always played really well when he's gotten his opportunity.
What kind of challenges does a mobile quarterback like Brian Workey present to this team?
It's always tough playing a mobile quarterback. You got to be really conscious of your rush lanes, and being a man team especially, you really have to, because a lot of times, your back end has their backs turned to the quarterback. So, you just have to be conscious of your rush lanes, and also you have to account for them in the run game. So, any sort of quarterback runs or design runs, can really hurt you. But the ones that hurt the most are when the quarterback just scrambles out of the pocket with no one really having eyes on him. And we got to limit that as much as possible.